When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.
Here we go again.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what are we talking about today? This is why Black women love simps and broken men, okay? Now, this goes along with my last two live streams, which was Black women want to be useless, selfish, and superior. And then the other one that I did about them being codependent at best. And this one sort of goes along in that same vein of thought, okay? Because a lot of times in this space, what you hear a lot of the men talk about and discuss a lot is, why do Black women go for the so-called Pookie and Ray Ray? Why does she go for the low-level guy? You know, the guy that doesn't really have a whole lot going on. You know, the guy, she skips over, you know, productive men. She skips over men that's got their stuff together and all of this sorts of thing. And, you know, that you just don't understand why she does it. But I think on some level, we kind of do understand why a lot of Black women go along with this. But for those of you who need, I'm going to go ahead and break this down like a fraction, okay? So it don't have to be broke down no more. So what we're going to do is we're going to get right into it, because we see this phenomenon happen with Black women, no matter their education level or tax bracket level that they are in, okay? It doesn't matter if this is the ghetto Keisha, or if this is the very well-educated Vanessa. I just picked the name out of the sky. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? It doesn't matter who she is, where she's from, what she's aspiring to do in her life, okay? And this is why, sidebar, this is why I don't say that women are successful women just because they may have money or be financially able or financially well off. Because a lot of times it's these same women that are financially well off that are not okay in any of the other areas of the 10 life value. So in fact, she's actually not successful. She just has a little piece of change. She's got a little bit of money, but the rest of her life is in shambles. So this woman is not really successful. And people aren't really successful if they do not have those 10 areas of life in some type of order and under some type of control. So let's just really get that straight. One of these days, I'm going to define success in terms of and in light of the 10 life value success system. Because if you don't have yourself together in these 10 very key areas of life that really, when you take them all together, encompass your entire life, then your life is not in control and it's in shambles. It's a wreck. It's a piece of chaos. Okay. But anyway, that was a little bit of a tangent. Let me reel it back in. So these women, kind of no matter where she's at in her life, gravitate or seek out these so-called low-level men. Now, let's just take a real good look at this, okay? First of all, For the brothers that's worried about the women that's over there with these so-called low-level men or these so-called pookies, ray-rays, simps, whatever you want to call these guys, y'all should not be worried. Productive Black men that's got their lives together according to the 10 life values. Really, I would suggest that you guys not worry about these other women, because the man that she's seeking after, that's the man, that's the level that she's at. Okay, let's understand that, because women that actually have themselves together according to the 10 life value system do not seek out simps or broken men or any man of that ilk. Okay, because there's nothing we can do with that man. There's nothing we can build with that man. There's nothing that we cannot put forward our best foot and our femininity and our understanding, our insight, our wisdom. We can't actually do that with those sorts of men. Okay, this isn't the man. Let's just clarify something else. These so-called pookies and ray-rays, these aren't really the men she wants. She wants the productive guy. She wants the so-called high value man. Okay, she wants the so-called high earning man. That's the man that she wants. That's the man that she desires. But the low level man is the one she's comfortable with. That's the one that she can usually readily go and get. Okay, he's right there at her little level that she's on. And the reason why she's comfortable with this guy, and these are things that I've told you before, but we're going to get into some different perspectives on this, okay? The following reasons is really why she's with this comfortable choice that she's making. Mind you, this little pookie, ray-ray, whatever word you want to use for these guys, these are not the guys that she truly desires in her heart, okay? She's making do with these guys because these guys are at her comfort level. He's at her comfort level because these types of men, these simps and these broken men, typically do not have any standard. Okay, not a standard that they living by, not a standard that they hold themselves to, not a standard that they hold other people in their life to, and not a standard that they will hold a woman to. Okay, this is really the definition of simping, right? Okay, he doesn't want anything. When I say he doesn't want anything, he doesn't really want anything out of life. He doesn't really want anything with this woman. He doesn't really want anything. He has no clear-cut structure. He has no clear-cut goal. He has no clear-cut purpose or path that he has found, that he is adhering to, that he is building his life upon. He doesn't have himself together in terms of the 10 life values. His spiritual value whacked out all the way down to his wealth value, okay? This is a man that has little to no structure, okay? Or he does not know how to create his own structure. This man has bad, little, or to no leadership qualities, okay? Leadership skills. He is not trained in leading anyone. He has trouble leading himself. And this is another one. He has little to no foresight, or his foresight is not good. It is not operable. Okay? He doesn't have good foresight. Okay? And that is all wrapped up in parts of his masculinity that we're not going to truly get into. But these are some of the hallmarks of these so-called low-level men, these so-called simps, these so-called pookies and ray-rays, these so-called broken men, okay? So these are the qualities a lot of these men have. Now, for these reasons, she is comfortable because it allows her to be useless. Oh, we bringing it back. We bringing it all the way full circle. See, y'all think I told you I was mad with y'all. So y'all think I'm playing, but she not playing. Boop, she not playing. Okay? Brings it back to the uselessness, the worthlessness, okay? The valuelessness, okay? She's comfortable with this man because being in a relationship with this man, or a situationship, or whatever you want to call it, allows her to be useless, okay? And she's able to be useless because he does not have any standard, he doesn't have a goal, and therefore he doesn't need her for anything. So there's no requirement for her. She's not required. He's not doing something, and therefore he can then have qualifying criteria that will either vet her or dismiss her based upon what he's doing and the path in his life. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, if he's on to something and he's doing something, then he knows what kind of woman that he wants and needs by his side. You see? And so therefore, that helps to create the standard by which he's vetting these women. But see, these type of men, these broken type of men that don't have their life together like that, she's allowed to be useless, okay? Because he doesn't need her for anything. So she's allowed to be useless. And because nothing, he don't want nothing constructive. There's nothing constructive for her to do. He's not building towards anything. And so therefore, she's not required to assist him to build towards anything. Okay? With these men, the other thing, she is allowed to be selfish. That is number 2. She is allowed to be selfish. Since he has nothing really to offer, then the relationship can then be all about her wants, her needs, her desires, her feelings, her emotions, her insecurities, her everything. The entire relationship can then now be centered upon everything going on with her. And it's always chaotic, okay? She don't really have nothing good going on with her. In point of fact, this is the other reason why she's seeking out these men, because they're broken, but she's also broken. Okay, these is broken people that we talking about here. Okay, so when she's allowed to be selfish, then she becomes the prize in that relationship. See, she can't be the prize in a relationship with a man that's got his stuff together. It's simply not gonna work. Okay, because if she's not doing the work of the 10 life values, she is not eligible to even be with this man. Okay, so she goes it down to the level that she can handle a man that doesn't have these requirements of her. And because there's nothing really there for her to do, she is allowed to be selfish. And so then when the relationship is all about her and she can have all the attention and she can have all of the focus and all of these sorts of things, she's able to be the prize in a relationship like that. Okay. And then thirdly, this allows her to be superior, especially if she's more financially able than the so-called simp or the so-called broken man that she is with. Okay. All right. She can then be superior with more money or whatever. And this especially goes for the women that actually have more money, but then seek out these same types of men to be with. And you would think that if she rose up to a certain tax bracket or she rose up to a certain socioeconomic level in society, that she would not deal with certain types of men. But no. She goes right to these types of men. Okay. All right. Because these are the types of men that she can have her ideal relationship with. And I covered this in the codependency live stream. Her ideal relationship is dysfunctional. It is codependent. And with these types of men, she can actually project that codependency upon him and make him have to solve her issues or try to, address her in these maladaptive ways. Okay. Now, here's the kicker box. She then, after a while, gets disappointed and disillusioned and disenchanted with the very men that she sought this relationship out with. Okay. So when the relationship proves unstable, it proves toxic and ultimately fails, this is where she becomes disappointed in him. Okay. When there's no direction, then now she wants to hold him accountable as well. You were supposed to be the leader and you were supposed to be lead me and you were supposed to be, had the plan and all this other type of stuff. And I would have followed you and yada, yada, yada. But the twist here is that she's blaming him for the outcome, but she sought out the dynamic. She actually, in a lot of cases, these women run from the man that they call in to Kevin's show to try to get. They run from that man. Okay, they run from him and they go back to where they're comfortable because water seeks its own level and hyenas seek their own dirty back feet. Okay, hyenas seek their own mangy butts. So she's seeking this stuff out and then get mad when the relationships don't go anywhere, when they are dead ends. And she collects these bodies and collects these boyfriends and collects these situationships. And when she's all used up and drained out and dried out with all of this type of stuff, then she want to holler about how the men are doing her wrong. And you know what I'm saying? These men, but you seek out these relationships to express that codependency. She seek out relationships so that she can be useless, selfish, and superior. So, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I am your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.